Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Waffles RC. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm kind of a messy person. Just look around. So I had plans for a video today, but stuff didn't show up in time. So I can't start anything until one piece comes in. So I decided to take a moment and reorganize the RC wall. So that way I can get RCs off of the toolbox, off of the ground, and put them all where they're supposed to be, which I will have to do again later on when I inevitably build more and have no space to put them, and then they wind up on the toolbox or on the ground. But until then, let's see what I've done. As you can see, I have moved everybody onto the wall. Got all the RCs tighter up together. Did all this by myself, which was not fun because the big wood mounts are screwed in from the back, so that was entertaining to say the least. Then, you see, I got the semi finally on the bench, and that off of the toolbox. But everything is up on the wall and not on the ground. Don't ask me what I'm doing about that. Well, I don't know where to put that. It's too big. And speaking of that, we are actually going to finish off, you can't see this, but I can, the Zacklift and the semi, because I got stickers made for it. So I want to put the stickers on and then show you guys the technically final product. As many of you know, when it comes to any type of project vehicle, whether it be big ones, little ones, doesn't matter, they're never finished. And none of these are really ever finished. I did go, as I went and put all these on the wall, I did go through them to see. I made a list of what needs what because not all of them work correctly. Somebody broke them. Let's get some stickers on the Zacklift and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. Alright, so as you can see, I already put Zacklift on this. But the real Zacklift up on the boom has the model name, which is the Genesis 30T. Well, I decided to have a little bit of fun and play on words and make this one the 30 LB, which in American is for pounds, because this can't hold 30 tons, but it can probably hold 30 pounds. I haven't tried it yet, but that's what it'll be labeled at. And there we are. We now have the Zacklift Genesis 30 LB. I shall trademark it. No, I'm kidding. I can't because it's a Zacklift product and they're allowing me to actually use their name. And yes, you heard that correctly. I have talked to Zacklift to make sure that it is okay that I'm using their name and a scale version of their product on my channel. They have allowed me to do it. They said it's okay, so I'm doing that. So now I need to make their logo, which is very specific, and I'm not very artistically creative, so this is going to be entertaining. I will bring you back when I figure out how to make their main logo, which has to go on this. I just have to figure out how to draw it, and I can't draw very well. All right, now once again, I am not very artistic when it comes to drawing, and I did all of that freehand, so it looks like their logo, so that's what I'm going to go with, and I'm relatively happy with how it came out. I tried using a ruler and stuff like that, so either way, the Zacklift is now completely done. There is the truck, all stickered up and ready to go. As you see, we had to have our company name on it. So I'll have to put one more up on the top, but I'll do that off camera because we have another thing that we have to get done about right now because that's when I want to do it. Figured I'd show you. I just put Waffles RC. Now this is all dressed up and ready to go. Very happy with it now. Now after I struggle to put this thing in its spot that I made it hard to put in, we will finally get to the thing that I have been procrastinating on. We'll get that all finished up as well. Not easy, but it's in there. to scratch the paint. Alright, first things first, gonna put the wheels on. Or the axles, whatever. I did mark them so I know which side, which direction they go, because that's how it was when it was straight. And I just clear coated these so that way I didn't lose my marks, basically. Something like that. Now, wheels are on, that's all good. As you can see, I didn't finish painting all of this. There's just certain sections that are green. And all this isn't finished for a reason. And that's because what I like to use, at least, is safety tape. Stuff that you put on your steps going into your house so that you don't slip. Well, it's just like skateboard tape and like bedliner if you feel like painting it. But this stuff just sticks on, and that's going to give us our black accents that I want to contrast with the green. When I get this out, time lapse it, and just put it on and call it good from there. Now the final thing to do to the trailer is to put the reflective tape on the sides. Now I know that they sell scale version of that for the 14 scale haulers or big rig semis, lorries, whatever you want to call them. Or you can get yourself a pair of scissors and then get the real ones. These were like $5 at Orchard. So I got some of this and I'm just going to cut it down into the size that I need and plaster it along the side, just like a real trailer would have. And yeah, save some money. And there we are. Got it all down the side, evenly spaced. I also cut some to make what it looks like brake lights, because I don't feel like trying to get power to this thing. That is now officially complete, minus that part that I just realized. And I was going to paint it today, but I'm sure you've seen, it's raining. Just my luck. So now what we are going to do is, I gotta find a spot for this trailer. I have no idea where to put it. Ah, yes, the next thing. So as you saw last week, I got this all done, but the one thing that I'm not happy about is that the window stickers that it came with, I thought would be non-see-through. So I painted the entire inside red. Yeah, they were see-through, and I don't like the look of like red tinted windows. So I'm gonna remove all of these, cut it out of black vinyl that I have, put it on there, and cut it out. So that way I have black windows on it. Okay, so I brought this into my indoor studio with chief editor right here because I'm tired of being cold. There's another one. So all I'm doing is I've taken the window sticker off of the RC. I have now put it onto my vinyl tape, which I realize I can barely see it. And then I'm going to take some scissors and cut it out. It's hopefully just that simple. Okay, got the final touches on there, as you can see. Got that, and all the windows are now properly black. So I am much happier with the way this thing looks now. Those black windows and the really bright light look really good. Just put you back in your spot. It's a good looking wall of RCs right there. Now the biggest question is what do I do with this trailer? Well, that's the best place that I could fit it, is underneath the very bottom of all the other trailers. Next on the list of stuff to do would be, I gotta get new foams for the hauler, because the biggest issue with that is that it squishes all the tires. So Troy, you're gonna be getting an email from me soon, because hauler needs some foams. I just gotta do the measurements for you, but we need to get that thing back on the road. Gotta have all the haulers out. I don't have enough controllers. I need a few more of those. I guess that's really gonna do it for this week. Don't really have a lot to do. It's all the final touch stuff when it comes to these builds that you don't know until you have it. Like, you can make these things dry, but when you want them to look good, it takes a little extra time to get them all there. Hopefully the parts will be coming in this week and I can get started on the new build. We're gonna get back into fabrication mode, which means I need welding gas. Gone like a month without welding and I got the itch again. I need to weld, but I need gas first. So yeah, we're gonna get back into fabricating another build, and it will not be a crawler. That's all I'm gonna give you. And just like the Volvo there, it's going to be a little different, to say the least. I really hope it turns out well, honestly. It's kind of out of my realm to a certain extent. It's still fabricating and making a car, but it's not the crawler. So got to make stuff a little bit more robust. Got to work on my math skills. That's going to be fun. That's for the next build series that's coming up. And another build that I have that I want to do is another one of these mud trucks. I love this thing, even though it breaks almost every time I take it out because I put a really fast motor in it and it goes way too fast. But this thing is a lot of fun and it looks really cool. So I want to make another frame and I have plans for that, but I need Sen Racing to release just the Sicario or the new body. I want just the body. I don't want to spend $400 on an RC just to use the body. Get Sen Racing to get me a body, or if anybody knows of just a body, let me know, because that's one of the next things that I want to build as well, is another mud truck. And if you know the Sicario or Sicaro, if you know Sen's new thing, it's a dually. Yeah. I plan on doing a dually as well, just with these tires. So definitely keep an eye out for that one, that's for sure. I'm very excited for that build. I hope I can get that body soon. I know they just released the entire model, but I don't have $400 to spend on just a body. So yeah, that's it from Waffles RC. That's all we got. Sorry for being a weird short video, kind of all over the place, but when you have no sponsors and only a job with a paycheck to, fund these things, stuff comes in a little slow. Thank you all very much for liking, subscribing. We appreciate everybody who comments. I do read all the comments, by the way. Oh, speaking of reading all the comments, everybody's been asking me about like shock tuning and what I have in the shocks of the Volvo body. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. There's only one of my RCs that has oil in the shocks. That's the X-Max. That thing, no oil. So it can't leak because there's no oil. Now I put grease in it. I also did upgrade from the spring that came with it to the Yeah Racing spring kit that they make for the Desert Lizards. I wanted to soften it up. The stock spring was too stiff, so I softened it up. I put grease in there to keep everything moving, but I don't run shock oil. So now you know. I personally feel like for crawlers, you don't really need shock oil. You're not doing a lot of heavy hitting and you're not worried too much about rebound sometimes. I could be very wrong, but so far, the ones that I have run shock oil in, they just leak out, and I've never had an issue with them not having oil in them. You got to keep them greased, obviously. So yeah, thank you all for liking. Thank you all for subscribing. I appreciate everybody. If you want to help support the channel, which helps build more of these things, we do have merch. I have, obviously, the hat. I just put sweaters up there, not this one where it says Mr. Waffles himself. This was my test one. Didn't like it, but I did a different font. So we got sweaters, beanies, 2 different styles of hats. We got coffee mugs. We got some stickers. I just ordered a bunch of those from myself. They come in a bunch of different sizes. I'll put it right here, which sizes work best as a window banner. So I'll let you guys know about that. But we do have some good stuff. So please go and check it out. It's Waffles RC merch on Etsy. Be greatly appreciated. All of that money will go straight into building these things. Remember, not sponsored. Nobody wants to sponsor somebody who builds their own RCs and uses very cheap parts. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you all very much, and we will see you next week. We are getting back to setting ourselves on fire. I mean, welding. Have a good one.